Next.
On this episode of Next TV, Pretty in Pigtails, the incredible Thwack Chops, and who's interviewing who? Whom? Who?
Did you folks enjoy your tour of the house?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Did you have any other questions?
This is Anne Green Gables' famous homestead.
It sure is. This house belonged to some cousins of Lucy Maud Montgomery's. She was the author of the story Anne Green Gables, and although she never lived here, this is where she imagined her stories taking place.
So this wasn't her actual house?
This was Anne's house in everyone's imagination.
In
so this
imagination.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So everything you see dates back to about the 1890s when the story was set.
You probably have a lot of people who thought Anne was real.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Are you
They
okay,
must have been
Dylynn?
in good shape back then.
They're pretty steep stairs. So this is Anne's room.
This is Anne's room.
Yeah. You can see a lot of the elements from the story have been brought into the room. Her puff sleeve dress and the slate that she broke over Gilbert Blythe's head in school is there as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So come on up, Dylynn.
Oh!
We have a variety of wigs and boots and dresses for you to choose from. There's a lot of fun though. Heritage presenters have a lot of fun developing a character.
Uh-huh. I'm Ruby.
Okay.
Ruby Gillis. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for coming in to help us. One of the things that we have to do here at Green Gables as a heritage presenter is demonstrate some of the chores that they would have had to do at the time. This is one of them. This morning we're going to make some butter.
Butter.
Yeah.
Oh. So.
All right. Let's see what we got.
That looks buttery.
Very good. Yeah, we've got some butter starting to turn.
Oh, that definitely looks like butter.
Great.
My big debut is Anne.
Come on out. Would you like to go sit in buggy for a few minutes?
Okay. I'll go sit in my buggy. It's a big role. I don't know.
It is.
The Lady of Avonlea.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Come on in. It's warmer in here.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Do I look really Anne-like?
How's your hand there, champ?
To be honest, I probably got more cold cuts than a foot-long sub, but it's all part of the business, so I guess they're just my battle scars, I'd like to call them.
Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything yet? Only the 4th year in a row that Mair won the UFC. That is the Ultimate Fish Processing Championship.
No way with you.
No, you are a friggin' dynasty. Ugh, I missed my alarm. I was up all night watching the Deadliest Catch marathon. I don't even like that show. I love that show. I stay up all the time and watch that. I am addicted to those big-armed tuna fishermen.
Danger schmanger.
What?
Those big-armed tuna fishermen. I'd like to see them try and operate the old orphan maker all day like I do. Wouldn't happen.
Personally, I'm tired of almost cutting myself with those big knives. So that's why I ordered the Thwack Chop.
The claptrap?
The Thwack Chop.
Right.
Saw it advertised at like 3 a.m. while I was watching The Deadliest Catch, so... I saw that too! Go thwack your troubles away with the Thwack Chop. See? Once the lobster meat's cracked out of the shell, don't need to use the big knife to break it up. 1 thwack, 2 thwacks, perfect size. You're ready for the can. Not too bad.
I think you need a thwack upside your head.
Please, I bet I could process 3 lobsters to the can using the Thwack Chop and the big knife faster than you.
You have chosen unwisely, young grasshopper.
They don't get along, so they gonna get it on. It's a lobster throwdown! And the winner and reigning UFC champion, Mair.
It was close. I only won by a fingernail, right?
Yeah, and I just about cut off my whole finger again.
Well, if you think about it this way, you can still thwack chop with one finger, so that's positive, I guess.
You can thwack chop with no fingers.
Great, well, I'll probably be down to no fingers if I have to use this knife much longer.
The knife. Maybe if I do more knife cracking to open the lobster,
And I did more thwack chopping to get it to the cam faster.
we could definitely do more fish.
Totally!
Just like the thwack chop guy says, stop having a boring lobster, stop having a boring life.
Yeah, that's taking it a little too far.
But you will now have an exciting life.
All right, Vera, it's bedtime, I think, for you. That's great.
Lobster fettuccine, lobster linguine, lobster zucchini, lobster bikini.
More fish.
People post their life on Facebook for everyone to see, but this can create a huge problem. If you get in a fight with someone, a lot of times people will just post it on Facebook right away. And this does two things. This one makes this person look really bad, and two, this makes you look really bad. You don't want to post your entire life on Facebook because it just ruins your privacy. Really, if you want to make your diary that public, put it in a book and then send it out to your friends.
Next up, how do I define sexual harassment?
A noun that means
I honestly believe that sexual harassment is actually a myth.
I'm really not supposed to talk about it, but hey, do you want to see my new tattoo?
Is that in the office or on the farm?
Hi, Sabrina. How are you? Good. We're going to interview each other today? Okay, come on in. Thanks. Let's go have some fun. And are you interested in getting into journalism or the media?
Maybe. Not really 100% sure what I want to do yet.
Yeah, it's a big decision. When you're interviewing people, you're watching when their eyes go sideways or when because that means they're remembering something. It's the picture in their mind. Shoes on your foot.
All right, so...
Ask me anything you want.
Oh, how long have you been at this, I guess?
I started out as, they called it a copy clerk, and I called it a coffee clerk in the National Radio Newsroom, because I had to pour coffee. That was one of the jobs. But it was a great experience, because I met all these famous journalists that I'd heard their names, or I'd seen them on television, and I was right in the heart of the newsroom. So if there was a crisis anywhere in the world, you know, you felt like you were in the center of it, because phones were ringing and things were going off, and I just loved the excitement of it. Should we try and put some of this down in a script?
I guess so.
All right, come on up here. So this is what you're going to say when you're on the air interviewing me, right? Okay.
All right, come on in the studio.
This is where we do our magic. My job is that I'm inviting somebody into my home here in the studio, and I have to make them feel as comfortable as they can. Because for most people, it's the most unnatural thing they'll ever do is do a radio interview and be on the air. And so they're worried about all kinds of things, and I have to put them at ease.
What in your childhood led you to this career path?
That's a good question. I was raised, I guess, in a non-traditional way. My dad worked in a university community, and so if somebody was visiting that was a really good lecturer or there was a demonstration going on, they would, even take me out of school to expose me to stuff like that. And they raised me on radio and newspapers and to ask questions. And so when you're raised in an atmosphere where asking questions is okay, now I get paid to do it. And curiosity is just a good tool to have in your toolkit.
Thank you so much, Kara Mair. This has been Sabrina McKay from N3XT TV.
Oh yeah! Sometimes the radio gives you the weather. I find for the current weather, looking out the window is usually better. Sometimes the radio gives you the time. I find to figure out the time, looking at a clock usually does just fine.
Red light, green light, red light. Oh.